Welcome back. Joining us now for this week's Hope Rises segment is our friend Kate Blazer. Hi, Kate.
Hello. Thank you for having us on today,
Of course.
Chelsea.
Tell us who you brought in.
Yeah, so we have John Anderson. He is a good friend of mine. He's also a reporter, so we get along in that space. And then Teegan and Shane, and it's one of those amazing, inspiring stories that we are just so proud to promote.
Yes. Teegan, I'm going to start with you. Can you tell us a little bit about your story and what it's like living with cystic fibrosis?
Living with cystic fibrosis is challenging, but I try not to affect my everyday life. So I just wake up in the morning, I do my treatments that I have to do, get ready for school, come back home, get ready for wrestling practice, do all that. And then I come back, do my treatments, homework, and go to bed.
For viewers that aren't aware about cystic fibrosis, do you want to explain what it means and how it impacts your life?
It's a terminal lung disease, and I don't have the best lung support for breathing, so this vest helps me build up my lungs and breaks down the mucus in my lungs, so I can breathe a lot better. I have to provide myself with lots of water, and I have to take a bunch of medicine to help me live a lot longer.
Yeah. Now, John, I know that you are a sports reporter and you've been covering Teegan and her story for a long time. Do you want to talk about what makes it so unique and special?
Yeah, it started with the Sibble family. Her older brother, Trey, also has cystic fibrosis. So they were born with this. It's hereditary and it's a rare form. And we were constantly covering from when she was an infant. As soon as she was born, she was up at Children's. And they're up at Children's every month. And the community in Bolivar, where they live in Wellsville, was great about helping support them. And Trey went on to play some sports, and he was good. But here comes Teegan, and I thought, well, wow, I got to do a story on her. She won Section 5 boys, most outstanding wrestler, and her brother, and what's his name? Trent. I'm kidding, Trent. Trent won states. So I go to their house, and I want to do a story on, hey, one brother won states, the girl wins, and she's got this machine that helps her breathe. And I'm writing a story for the Wellsville Sun, and I'm like, this is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
You need this to breathe, and yet you're going out, and you've won 140 matches against boys. And,
Wow.
And now she's the #2 ranked female wrestler in the state and has an opportunity for the first time in history to win a sectional title and a state title. And yet, when she was born, her life expectancy was 12 to 17 years old. And here she is. And, you know, and they took out your appendix. You were born with your intestines on the wrong side, and they had to turn those around. It's just her story, and what she's done is so inspiring. And of course, Kate knows that because she has worked with them in the past, and it's so good to talk about her senior year, and it's very exciting.
So, obviously your brother was a wrestler. Is that what made you want to get into the sport as well?
Yeah, both of my brothers wrestled, and I told my dad that I wanted to start getting into wrestling, but he knew that I wanted to also hang out with my friends more, so he told me for the first year of wrestling, I'll have to go to wrestling practices for a whole year, and then I could go to my first ever wrestling tournament to make sure I stick with the sport. And just after a couple practices, I fell in love with it.
Yeah. Shane, I mean, it sounds like you have 3 incredible kids. What is it like being able to see Teegan just achieve so much despite this major impact on her life?
It's truly amazing. If people can understand what she is faced with in life, then they can understand. But just her as a female in the wrestling sport and seeing what she's accomplished, how much pride she has in it, how much work and dedication it takes, it's truly amazing. And a lot of times I have to sit back at home and suck it in and thank God for everything we do have.
Yeah.
And she's going to go on and do great things. And I'm just proud of all 3 of my kids.
Yeah. I mean, being a woman in sports is so kick butt. I can't say what I really want to say enough, but the fact that you have something that, you know, just living and breathing every day is a challenge that most people don't have to think about. It's just incredible to see you go on and achieve. What do you want for the future? Are you hoping to take it all the way?
Yeah, I want more recognition to women's wrestling because it's an amazing sport, and just CF has helped me a lot, and wrestling has, I want to say, made my life expectancy longer, and it helps me breathe a lot better. The new Trikafta drug for CF is also amazing as well. That limits the time I have to do on my vest, limits. I have to do this for twice a day, but with the new drug for CF, it brings it down to once, and
Wow.
they're trying to like limit to where I don't have to do my vest anymore, and it helps me breathe. I want to say wrestling just makes it so much better,
Yeah.
brings my conditioning to a whole nother level, helps me breathe more than normal. It's amazing.
Life-changing. It is incredible to see you being here and being able to share your story, but also the example that you're leaving for so many of the people that are going to be watching this right now is incredible, Teegan. So you have a room full of supporters here. I'm sure all of our viewers at home are cheering you on and supporting you, and congratulations on your success. And we wish you more. Thank you so much, Kate, for bringing in this incredible story. Viewers, if you would like to keep up with all of the positivity in and around Western New York, you can visit HopeRisesNews.com. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.